The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Okay, you can go there. My name is Ron Juggett. Welcome to the program for this third day of October 2023. We got ourselves a Game 4 between the Seattle Mariners and the Oakland A's. The A's, if lead the series 2-1, and if Corey Lidell can do some hokey pokiness over the next 5 or 6 innings, Oakland could be looking one game away from a trip to the World Series. Seattle, although they're not behind the 8 ball, especially if they win this game, the series would be tied at 2. They don't really want to get down 3-1, with Oakland having a chance to potentially wrap it up tomorrow afternoon at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, right here in Oakland. They will send Jamie Moyer to the mound, and Jamie Moyer was lit up like a Christmas tree by the New York Yankees in the American League American League Divisional Series. So Seattle really needs this one if they want to go through and defend their best record in baseball. The Oakland A's, well, they're halfway to the World Series. What's going to happen? We're about to find out, shall we? As Retro Sports Network presents the 2001 American League Championship Series. Tonight, from Network's Associates Coliseum in Oakland, California, it's the Oakland Athletics and the Seattle Mariners. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And it will be a nice night here in Oakland. 65 degrees, light winds. Corey Lidell, how you doing? Steeler fan taking his warm-up tosses here. Corey pitched in the Chicago series. He made one start, 29 years old, fastball at 88. And a ground ball pitcher. The White Sox beat him, I believe, in Game 4 by the score of 5-1. 5 2/3 innings for Corey, 101 pitches, 6 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 2 homers, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. The Mariners, as we said, their backs aren't necessarily against the wall, but they're starting to feel where the ropes are. And in order to change that, they got to win this. And it's Ichiro leading off in right field for Seattle. Let's see. Wow. So Pesky Pole is multitasking here. Phillies on TV. I'm on his phone. And the Red Sox on his PC. You actually do that Tim Wakefield start? Mike Cameron will be in center field. He'll bat second for Seattle. Edgar Martinez back rightfully as the DH here in Game 4. He'll bat third. John Olerud at first, cleans up. Brett Boone at second, batting fifth. David Bell at third, going sixth. Dan Wilson behind the plate, bats seventh. Carlos Guillen, who's struggling this postseason, at short, batting eighth. And Mark McLemore, doing the role of pretty much a second leadoff hitter, will bat ninth. Moyer on the hill. All right, Ortiz is homered in that game. The Red Sox lead 2-0 after 1. Terrence Long is in left field for the A's. He's a 3-3. Johnny Damon a 5-3 in center. Jermaine Dye an 8-9 in right. Eric Chavez a 10 at third. Tejada a 6 at short. Frank Menachino and his Dancing Cherries a 7 at second. Jason Giambi a 5 at first. Jeremy on the bench with the lefty Moyer on the hill. Ramon Hernandez a 6-3 behind the plate, and Lytle is a 7 on the mound with a .956 fielding percentage. Ichiro stepping in with a 7-game hitting streak. He is 11 for 33 in these playoffs. He hasn't driven in a run against Oakland. He is 4 for 12. Consistency. He went 7 for 21 against the Yankees and 4 for 12 against the A's. How you doing, Curtis? So doubleheader tomorrow the Astros have a chance to go to the World Series at 8:30 tomorrow night. But now it's Oakland and Seattle, and Ichiro hits a drag bunt that's going to stay fair. Chavez went to pick it up, and Ichiro was on first base. Go Astro chance already. As we said last night, there were just a hint of orange hankies waving around at Wrigley Field. Mike Cameron 4 for 30, but he does have 2 homers and 5 RBI on the postseason. Corey's pitch, and that's a walk, so first and second for Seattle. Nobody out for Edgar Martinez, who was 11 for 29 with 2 home runs and 6 RBI. So Ichiro on second, Cameron with lots of speed on first. The Mariners, who did so well in real life and in the replay, just 4-4 over their first 8 games here in these playoffs. Pitch to Edgar. There's a line shot past Giambi. Actually, it's not past Giambi. He scoops it up to Hada for 1, and there is no throwback to first. They get the speedy Cameron. I thought they had gotten past Giambi. Nope. Just a hard ground ball, and Jason knew what he was doing, which is more than I did. John Olerud is hitting .321, 2 home runs and 13 RBI. Yeah, Edgar's first base experiment is history. I made sure I paid attention to what number that was filled out on the lineup card. Ichiro on third, Martinez on first. Lytle delivers, and Olerud sends this one high and deep to right center. Back goes Damon, and it's off the top of the wall. So Ichiro will score. Martinez dashes around third and scores, and it's 2-0 Seattle. You can tell I'm not real familiar with this part, can't you? And now I'll bring up Brett Boone, who's hitting .300, 9 for 30 in this postseason, a home run and 3 RBI. So Olerud, a 2-run double, just clutch hit after clutch hit after clutch hit. Lytle deals, and Boone sends this one into right. Back goes Dye. Jermaine will make the catch, and Olerud goes back to second. Jermaine actually made a leaping catch against the wall, and Olerud moves on to third. Brings up David Bell, 7 for 30, 4 home runs, including the walk-off against the Yankees to get the Mariners here, and 8 RBI. So 2 out, runner on third. Rough inning for Lytle. There's a fly ball to right. So much room here in Oakland. Dye tracks it down, and that will retire the side. Mariners get 2 on a hit. No errors and a runner left after half an inning. Seattle 2. Here comes Oakland. We said that Jamie Moyer did not pitch well against the Yankees, and that would be the understatement of the century. Moyer's 38. He'll pitch about 37 more years. Changeup is his specialty pitch. The fastball at 81. Clydeman says, yep, foul territory for days at that part. Moyer pitched game 2 in Seattle, so he's on 11 days rest. And in that 10-9 loss, and that inning in 2/3, he threw 74 pitches, allowed 6 hits, gave up all 10 runs. 6 of them earned, 2 homers. He walked 3 and struck out 3 for an earned run average of 32.40 and a whip of 5.4. Clydeman says it won't be missed when they move to Vegas. Here's how the A's line up for game 4. Johnny Damon in center will lead off. Jermaine Dye in right will bat second. Jason Giambi at first goes third. Chavez at third will clean up. Tejada at short will bat fifth. Almeida signs the DH with the lefty on the hill. He'll bat sixth. Terrence Long in left will bat seventh. Frank Menachino at second goes eighth, and Ramon Hernandez behind the plate ninth. Lytle threw 20 pitches in his half of the first. Mark McLemore is a 6 and a 3 in left. Cameron a 10 and a 5 in center. Ichiro a 10 and an 8 in right. Bell playing for a bunt is a 6 at third. Guillen a 3 at short, Boone a 6 at second, Olerud a 6 at first, Wilson a 7 and a 2 behind the plate, and Moyer is an 8 with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Damon 6 for 33 in these playoffs, a home run and 2 RBI. And Johnny swings, that's into past Guillen in the left field, and that's a leadoff single for Oakland. Brings up Jermaine Dye, who has struggled. 5 for 31. That's a 161 average, a home run, and 2 RBI. Pitch for Moyer. Dye strikes out, so Moyer got him to chase a changeup at 77. 1 out for Jason Giambi at 313. A home run and 6 RBI. Drink time. Let's see if that works better. Moyer deals. Giambi ropes this one into right field. Ichiro will pick it up on a hard hop. And the A's are in business, first and second. No but 1 out for Eric Chavez at 324. 2 homers and 10 RBI. Moyer, deep breath. Chavez lines this one to right. Ichiro is there. Damon and Giambi scamper back and hold. 2 out for Miguel Tejada. 10 for 30, 333. A home run and already has 12 RBI. He has 5 in this series. He's 3 for 12 against Seattle. Had 7 against Chicago. Pitch to Tejada. There's a ground ball left side, base hit. McLemore has it. Damon has speed to burn. And Art Howe's going to send him home. McLemore throws it in the infield, and it's 2-1. So Jamie Moyer and shutdown inning are 2 things that should never be said in the same sentence. Olmedo Signs is 1 for 7. Has a single and an RBI in these postseason games. Moyer deals. Signs swings. That's into left field. McLemore has a lot of room to cover, but he will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Oakland gets a run on 3 hits. They leave on 2 after 1 here in Game 4. Mariners 2, A's 1. So Wilson, Guillen, and McLemore to face Lytle. Dan is 6 for 25, no homers, and 2 RBI. Wilson, high ground ball to Tejada by the bag at second. Over to Giambi for the out. 1 away for Guillen, who has struggled. 5 for 29 overall. He has struck out 8 times in these playoffs. Lydell's pitch. There's a fly ball, shallow left center. Damon rides the Schwinn, makes the catch, 2 out. Mr. Howard has just finished walking the dog. Mariners get 2 in the top of the first. The A's respond with 1. Here's McLemore. Mark has stolen 3 bases. He's 9 for 26 with 3 RBI, hitting .346. Corey deals. And there's a ground ball to third. Chavez gobbles it up. Long throw to Giambi. And that will retire the side. M's go in order here in the second. After an inning and a half at Seattle 2, Oakland 1. So Long, Benicino, and Hernandez to face Moyer, who threw 19 pitches in his half of the first. He did drop his ERA to 23.63 in the playoffs. Long is 6 for 30 with 2 RBI and a triple. Terrence hits a hard ground ball to first. Olerud takes it to the bag for the out. The lineup card was filled out correctly. Edgar is the DH. Olerud is at first. Benicino is 5 for 26. That's 192. Doubleheader tomorrow. These 2 teams at noon, and the Astros with a chance to go to the World Series at 8:30. Benicino line drive to Bell, and David's there, 2 out. Oh yeah, the Cubs will be playing in that game too. So here's Ramon Hernandez. He's 8 for 26, hitting .308 with 4 RBI. Pitch from Moyer. Right back to Jamie, third base side, throws to first. And that will retire the side. Scotty says if he'd walked a few more blocks, you could have seen, well, it's now T-Mobile Field. That's cool. From a distance. Sounds like a Bette Midler song that I won't sing. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the third here in Game 4. It's the Mariners 2, the Astros 1. So Lydell, 35 pitches for his opening 9. 2 innings, a hit, and a walk. Ichiro reached on an error on a bunt. This time around, he hits a ground ball to Chavez at third. Eric will throw to first. And Ichiro eventually is retired. So he still is looking to get a hit to extend his hitting streak to 8. Mike Cameron walked his first time up. Remember, the Mariners had runners on first and second in the first before John Olerud's big hit. Cameron strikes out. Lydell got him on an 0-2 changeup looking on the inside corner. So here's Edgar. Edgar reached and scored on a fielder's choice. This time around, a ground ball to Tejada makes a fantastic diving stop in the hole. Throws to first, and that will take care of the M's here in the third. So good defense by Tejada. The Mariners go in order. Bottom of the third here in Game 4. Seattle 2, Oakland 1. From a Distance is a Julie Gold song. Best first version by the late beloved Nancy Griffith. Of course, Bette Midler did it right around the time of the first Gulf War. He made a whole bunch of money. Johnny Damon singled and scored in the first. Moyer, 29 pitches, 2 innings, 9 batters, 3 hits, and a strikeout. Damon swings a ground ball. Boone moving towards first, throws to Olerud, 1 out. Yep, she did have a big hit with it. Jermaine Dye is 0 for 1. He struck out. And Dye draws the walk. So 1 on, 1 out for Giambi, who is now 11 for 33 in these playoffs. He has 9 singles, a double, and a home run. Moyer takes a deep breath. Giambi swings. That's into right field. Ichiro moves over into right center, makes the catch, and Dye goes back to first. In fact, Ichiro makes a sliding catch on the grass and finds where Ray Guy has buried a couple footballs. Miska Muska Mouseketeer. Here's Eric Chavez. He's 0 for 1. 2 out. Moyer. It's already pitched longer than he did against the Yankees in the ALDS. Pitch to Chavez. High ground ball to Olerud. John scampers to the bag, and that will retire the side. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the fourth here in Game 4. It's Seattle 2, Oakland 1. So Olerud had that big 2-run double in the first to score Ichiro and Edgar, followed by Boone and Bell. Lydell starts the fourth. Olerud draws the walk. So runner on, nobody out for Boone, who's 0 for 1. I see that Tampa lost today. Phillies are playing all. What were the other scores today? Opening day of the wild card series. Boone line drive to Tejada, and Olerud has to go back to the bag to 1 out for David Bell, who's 0 for 1. Scotty says, I love the reggae music. Yeah, Rastafari. The Twins win their first playoff game since 2004. And the Diamondbacks lead the Brewers 4-3. Pitch to Bell. Gets away from Hernandez. They're going to try and throw out Olerud to throw down to Menachino, and they got him. So it's not a wild pitch. Olerud is thrown out trying to advance. Instead, it's a 2-2 count with 2 out, nobody on. Corey deals, and Bell hits a ground ball to Giambi. Jason takes it to the bag, and that will retire the side. So the Mariners get a base runner, and he is thrown out trying to advance on a wild pitch. 3.5 in the books. It's 2-1 Seattle. So this series, Seattle beat Oakland in Game 1 up in Seattle, 3-2. Mark McLemore had 3 hits. In Game 2, Oakland pounded Seattle 7-1. Giambi had 3 hits. And in Game 3 here in Oakland, the A's beat them 7-5. Another 3-hit outing for Giambi. And so the A's lead this best-of-7 series 2-1. Tejada, 1 for 1, a single and an RBI here. That was the lone RBI in the first. Moyer starts the 4th. Up the middle, Boone by the bag, over to first. 1 out. If you missed last night's game between the Astros and the Cubs, they had a bench-clearing brawl as well, but nobody was thrown out. Olmedo signs is 0 for 1. Moyer deals, and there's a fly ball left center field. Cameron will make the catch, and there's 2 out for Terrence Long, who is 0 for 1. If the Mariners win today, that guarantees a Game 6 back in Seattle. Long right back to Moyer, throws to first, and that will retire the side. A's go in order in the 4th. We go to the 5th in Game 4, 2-1 Seattle. Of course, if Seattle wins tomorrow, that would force a Game 6. And if the Cubs win tomorrow, Steeler fan will accuse me of being biased, and that series will go back to Houston. Dan Wilson is 0 for 1 as we start the 5th. Guillen and McLemore to follow. Lydell has thrown a 1-hitter, but he's on the wrong end of a 2-1 score. High ground ball to Giambi. Jason takes it to the bag himself. 1 out. Brings up Carlos Guillen. Carlos is 0 for 1. To Menachino. Ground ball affair this one is. Over to Giambi. 2 away. Brings up McLemore, who's 0 for 1. Corey, deep breath, deals. To Menachino again, and we're halfway home here in Game 5 already. But, been a pitcher's duel. Maybe not what we expected with these two. Halfway home on a beautiful night in Burlington. It's 2-1 Seattle. Well, if you join us late, here's how we got here. John Olerud, a 2-run double in the first to make it 2-0 Seattle. And in the bottom of the inning, Miguel Tejada singled home Johnny Damon to make it 2-1. Moyer, a 3-hitter through 4. A walk and a strikeout. Lydell, a 1-hitter through 5. But only one of those 2 runs are earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 1. Menachino is 0 for 1 as we start the bottom of the 5th. Moyer's pitch struck him out. Jamie got him on an 0-2 changeup in there at the knees, 1 away for Ramon Hernandez, who's 0 for 1. Ground ball again. Carlos behind the bag, throws to first. 2 out. So Moyer, he's now got a mini Pearl ERA at 9.95 in these playoffs. He's pitched very well. 4 2/3, 18 batters, 60 pitches. 3 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Damon 1 for 2 with a single. Hits a ground ball to Boone over to first, and that will retire the side. We go to the 6th. It is Seattle 2, Oakland 1. There have been 16 ground ball outs in this game. Olerud has 8 outs, and Giambi has 8 outs. Lydell, 18 batters, 75 pitches, 5 innings, a hit, 2 walks and a strikeout. Ichiro, again, trying to get that hitting streak to 8. Is 0 for 2. He scored one of the 2 Mariner runs in the first after reaching on an error by Chavez. Pitch to Ichiro is a fly ball to right. Dye coming in, rides a Schwinn, makes the catch. 1 out for Cameron. Mike is 0 for 1. He's walked and struck out. Hits a ground ball to third. Chavez across the way. Giambi puts out the glove and makes the play. So again, just a lot of atom balls being hit, just right at fielders. Here's Edgar. He is 0 for 2. Corey winds and fires. Ground ball foul, third base side. Someone from the Las Vegas Planning Commission made that play. And a ball and 2 strikes to count. Lydell's pitch. Ground ball to Tejada. Over to first. I'm sounding like a broken record tonight. That will retire the side. So, through 5.5. No runs, no hits, no errors. Almost nail-biting time here in Oakland. It's Seattle 2, Oakland 1. Dye, Giambi, and Chavez due up. The Clyde man says guys must have early dinner reservations. It's a new fish taco place in the area they all want to get to. Dye is 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out. Moyer starts the 6th with a base hit into left center field. McLemore will pick it up. Dye will round first and hold. And that brings up Giambi, who is 1 for 2. Jason has a single. 4th hit for Oakland. The Mariners have all of 1. Giambi strikes out. An 0-2 changeup at 73. Swung on and missed. That has to look like coming out of Moyer's hand like a knuckleball. A pitch that slow. Here's Chavez. Eric is 0 for 2. Eric swings, ground ball to Olerud. Do they get 2? They go to Guillen for 1. Carlos will throw late, and Chavez is going to reach on the fielder's choice. So Dye is retired. 2 out for Tejada, who has an RBI single. That came in the first. He's 1 for 2. And Tejada draws the walk. So the tying run is on second. And the go-ahead run is Tejada on first. And here's Saenz, who is 0 for 2. Wilson and Moyer change the signs for the first time in the ball game. Almedo fouls it off, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes. Moyer delivers right back to Olerud, who will flip it to Moyer covering, and that will retire the side. Oakland gets no runs. A hit. They leave on 2. We go to the 7th in Game 4. It's Seattle 2, Oakland 1. So Olerud, who has walked and hit a 2-run double. Lydell Pretty much at my discretion now. Olerud hits a Texas leaguer into right center field. Dye will pick it up. And for the Mariners, that's only their second hit, and they both belong to John Olerud. Here's Brett Boone. Brett is 0 for 2. So brass tacks times here for Corey. Pitch to Boone. Struck him out. And 0-2 fastball got him looking. One away. Corey walks around the mound. Here's David Bell. David is 0 for 2. Olerud not a threat to steal on first. Lydell pitches. There's a ground ball to Tejada. This might be 2. Mendocino for 1. Frank pivots and turns to Giambi. Stretch time, 2-1 Seattle. So Ryan Franklin took the loss in last night's Game 3. He went an inning and a third in that 7-5 ball game. 27 pitches, allowed 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He walked 2. So 6 and a third innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned. That home run came in the Yankee series. He has walked 3 while striking out 3. He's 28, throws a curve, fastball at 89. Terrence Long is 0 for 2. Right back up the box over the mound. Boone well and on the grass. Throws to Olerud, and Long is thrown out. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for Seattle. They've only left on 1 runner. Oakland a run on 4 hits, an error, and they have left on 5. Mendocino is 0 for 2 with the strikeout. So Moyer gives Seattle 6 good innings. And now it's the bullpen to hold it. Ground ball to Olerud. John waits for it, underhands it to Franklin for the second out. So that brings up Ramon Hernandez. Ramon is 0 for 2. Franklin deals. Popped up. Left side, Bell and David, would you believe it, ran out of real estate at a stadium with enough foul ground. You could put in Crockett's Victory Garden there. So it's a 1-2 count to Hernandez. Franklin deals, and there's a fly ball to right. Ichiro has to go back for it and will make the catch. We have played 7. We've played 7 innings in 33 minutes. How about that? No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 8th. It's the Mariners 2, the A's 1. And so Corey's day is done after 7. We are not going to do with what the computer did with Billy Wagner last night. We're not going to put Isringhausen out there for 6 outs. Righty, switchy. Jeff Tam will come out to pitch the 8th. Tam making his 4th appearance of the playoffs. He's 30. Fastball at 90. And a ground ball pitcher. At this rate, I think I have early dinner reservations. He got the win in Game 3 last night. He went 1 inning. Did Tam 18 pitches and walked 2. So 2 2/3, a hit, 3 walks, and a strikeout. Wilson, Guillen, and McLemore to face him here in the 8th. Dan is 0 for 2. Of course, Isringhausen couldn't get a 6-out save because they don't have the lead. Pitch to Wilson. Slow chopper to Tejada. Over to Giambi. for the out, 1 away. My goodness, Giambi has 12 putouts and an assist. Olerud has 9 and 3 assists. It's a Tommy John special, isn't it? There's Guillen, he's 0 for 2. Ground ball to third. Chavez gobbles it up. Long throw to first. And 2 out. So great defense there by Chavez. That brings up McLemore, who is 0 for 2. Tam quickly works. Struck him out. No runs, no hits, no errors. Ryan Franklin out for his second inning of work. We go to the bottom of the 8th here in Game 4. It is the score it's been since the first inning. It's Seattle 2, Oakland 1. So Damon, Dye, and Giambi to face Franklin. Johnny 1 for 3. A single and a run scored. Pitch to Damon, hit him. And the 40,000 plus here let Franklin know that that was not copacetic. This whole entire series has been on the razor's edge just because of that. And Damon just kind of glares over from first. Here's Jermaine Dye. He is 1 for 2. He is singled, walked, and struck out. Throw to first. That won't make Damon happy. Olerud apologizes as he tags. Olerud and Bell guard the lines. Pitch to Dye. Line drive to Guillen, and Carlos makes a pretty good play. 1 out. For Jason Giambi, 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. It's Ichiro, Cameron, and Edgar in the 9th for Seattle. Again a throw to first, and Damon is back. Giambi, this might be 2. Boone, only play is to first. Olerud is there, and Giambi's retired. Damon moves on. He is the tying run. 2 out for Chavez, who was 0 for 3. So Franklin on this 57-degree night in Oakland rubs up the baseball, takes a deep breath. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, base hit. Cameron will get it. Damon is going to round third, I would think. Cameron has an average arm. Damon scores, and we're tied at 2. So Chavez delivers a big single. And that'll bring up Tejada. Miguel is 1 for 2. He has singled, walked, and driven in a run. He is now 13 RBI in these playoffs. Wilson again to calm down Franklin. Ryan's pitch. Tejada swings. Left center field. Crowd boos a bit. Cameron makes the catch, and that'll do it. So Oakland makes this a brand new ball game in the 8th. 1 run, a hit, and no errors. We go to the 9th in Game 4. It's Seattle 2, Oakland 2. So Ichiro, Cameron, and Martinez. Tam will start the inning. Ichiro 0 for 3 with a run scored. And that is into right field, and his hitting streak now is at 8. So Seattle starts the frame with a go-ahead runner on. And Mike Cameron, who is 0 for 2, he has walked and struck out. Ichiro not looking like a good candidate to steal here. Cameron into left center field. Back goes long, and Terrence will make the play. 1 out. So here's Edgar. He is 0 for 3. He has scored. It'll be probably Jeremy Giambi, Long, and Menachino in the 9th for Oakland. Tam, towards the end of his night, delivers. And Martinez rips this one into left center field. Ichiro with good speed, but will hold at second. And with Olerud at the plate, it's Isringhausen. You don't normally would use a closer here, but it's the playoffs. And a bagel for Seattle here in the ninth is just as good as anything. Izzy making his 5th appearance. He's 28. Throws the cutter at 93 and is a fly ball pitcher. He picked up the save in Game 3. 1 inning, 14 pitches and a strikeout. And picked up the save in 2 of the 3 games against the White Sox in the ALDS. So overall, 4 1/3 and 4 strikeouts. Olerud is driven in 2. He is singled and doubled. He's also walked. They've yet to retire him. And for what Seattle may or may not be in a few minutes, Olerud has driven in 15 in this postseason. High fly ball to left. Back goes long, and Olerud has hit a 3-run homer. Talk about your clutch hits. Olerud goes the opposite way for his 3rd of the playoffs, and the Mariners go up 5-2. An opposite field shot for John Olerud. And if the Mariners do win this series, that's huge. Oh my goodness. He hit that over the auxiliary scoreboard in left center field. He has 5 RBIs tonight. So in this LDS, he is 5 for 12 with 2 home runs and 8 RBI. He's hitting .417. And Izzy, who went 4 and 3 on the real year, is in line for the loss. Here's Boone. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And Izzy got him. An 0-2 cutter at 94, and there's 2 out. So pinch hitter Long and Menachino probably to face Sasaki as the Mariners are trying to get the series guaranteed back to Seattle. Here's Bell, who is 0 for 3 with a grounded into a double play. Game 6 tentatively, any Game 6, tentatively scheduled for noon on Friday. Bell in the left field. Damon will make the catch. And here comes Kazuro Sasaki to close the door. So John Olerud, the hero for the moment in the Pacific Northwest. Sasaki making only his 3rd appearance of the playoffs. He's 33. He throws a splitter at 89 and is a fly ball extreme pitcher, which should work well in this part. He pitched 4 days ago. He got the save in Game 1 for Seattle. An inning, 19 pitches, and a hit. So in 9 days, this is only his 3rd appearance. 2 innings, 2 hits, a run. That home run came in that 10-9 crazy game against the Yankees. And more importantly for Seattle, he has 2 saves. Signs will be pinch hit for Jeremy Giambi is having himself a day. 10 for 19, a home run and 5 RBI. A's need 3 to tie and 4 to win. Popped up, right side. Olerud the hero. 1 out. Here's Long. Terrence is 0 for 3. Sasaki deals. Struck him out. So the A's are down to their last chance saloon. An 0-2 fastball got him looking inside. So here's Menachino. Seattle 1 out away from forcing this back up to Seattle. That's in the left center. The crowd likes it. So does Cameron. He'll track it down, and this series is tied. How about that? Sasaki pumps his fist. And imagine that, a game in 2 hours and 49 fake minutes. Seattle 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They only left on 1 runner the entire game. Oakland 2 runs, 5 hits, an error. And they left on 6. Jamie Moyer, kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde performance from him. 6 innings, 4 hits, a run it was earned. He walked 2 and struck out 3. Makes up for that horrible appearance against the Yankees. Ryan Franklin blew the save but got the win. 2 innings, a hit and a run. And Sasaki a 9-pitch inning. And he might be able to go 6 outs if Seattle needs him in Game 5. Corey Lidell, 7 innings, 2 hits, a run, 2 runs, 1 earned. He walked 2 and struck out 2. Tam gave up 2 of the runs, but really, Isringhausen's the one that gave up the home run to our Digital Dice MVP, John Olerud, who went 3 for 3 with a walk and drove in 5. And because of that, we know we're going to get a 6th game in this series because this one's tied at 2. Noon tomorrow, Eastern Time, Game 5, Seattle and Oakland. And in prime time, the Astros try to win the National League pennant. At Wrigley Field, they lead that series 3-1. A fast game. We're out of here in 47 minutes. Have yourself a wonderful night, everybody. Thanks for watching. So long.